Good morning, Night Dog Nation. My name is Robert Larson, your anchor for this week. With me, I have Dawson Defoe. As an addition to HPS Upload, elementary students will be joining us to bring you the elementary announcements. Thank you for joining us, Dawson. Don't know if I got your name right.
Thank you, Robert. Welcome to the HPS Upload, where we upload the latest news for you to download. At Hettinger Public School, we challenge all to meet their academic and life goals while inspiring lifelong learning. Please stand to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all. And here are today's announcements. Monday will be lasagna soup with garlic bread. Tuesday will be turkey bacon cheese wrap. Wednesday will be Nefla soup and hot ham and cheese. Thursday will be porcupine meatballs, and lastly, Friday will be tuna melt. And that concludes the elementary announcements for today.
Thanks, Dawson. Now with lunch over, here are the rest of today's announcements. Bit of rest. Monday through Wednesday, there will be an after-school program from 3:20 to 4. Science Olympiad students will meet Tuesday during homeroom in Miss Block's room to review the schedule for the regional and sign up for events. Miss Obert would like to thank you to all who made last week's book fair an extraordinary success. FFA announcements, we will again be attending Ag Academy, April 26th at Bismarck State College. Leave time is 6 a.m. Returning around 3:45, there is a sign-up sheet left on the FFA bulletin board. You will need to sign out of your classes for the day. Horse judging tonight at 6:30. FFA meeting is tomorrow night at 7 with officers meeting at 6:30. Food and door prizes will be provided. And lastly, there is a flex day on Friday, being 5, 6, 7, and 4. Enjoy it. And those are the announcements for today. Now last week, our much appreciated Tyler Loffer went ahead and interviewed the HPS Upload, us, about how we do our jobs, such as weather and production on the news, with there being a little bonus update on the pool. Now go at it, Tyler.
Have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of the stream team? Well, today we're going to open them up and find out.
What is your job as a producer?
My job is to make sure everybody gets all their stuff done and does what they need to do over the weekend to have news ready Monday.
Okay. What is the funnest part of your job?
Honestly, probably telling everybody what to do.
What are your responsibilities as a producer?
As a producer, the main thing I really have to do is kind of tell people like, hey, go make sure that the weather's done, the sports are done, the anchor job is done, teleprompter, all that stuff. It's kind of worrying sometimes because you're trying to tell someone like, hey, are you done? And they're like dead silent, like the 3 little dots. It's like cricket, cricket. It's like, are you done? And you get your answer like the day of, and it's like, oh, okay, finally. I also get to control everything, and I get to push all the buttons and be like, okay, the next thing we're doing is this. It's pretty fun. Now that we have learned what a producer does, let's go check the weather, whether it be rain, sleet, or snow. Pun intended.
What are your responsibilities as a weather person?
So I have to prep the weather, and sometimes if we are doing weather outside, then I will have to print off the slides document so that I can read it while we're outside, and I have to figure out the weather and if it's going to be cloudy for the rest of the week.
What is the most fun thing about being a weather person?
You can kind of just make it flow the way you want it to. It doesn't have to be you don't have to follow anyone else's standards. You can go by what you want to go by.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else you'd like to add?
I encourage everybody to try it, everybody that's not in it. It's really fun. I think you should try it.
What are your responsibilities as a weather person?
Well, if you want to be a weatherman, first of all, you got to know the weather. I mean, that's kind of a given. You got to make sure that, you know, the whole schedule of like, hey, Monday through Sunday, this is the weather. You got to make sure that's updated. I usually do it around the day before the weather goes live, so then there's the most accurate results. Because who knows? Maybe Sunday today is, you know, it's going to be 300 degrees outside. Maybe the next day is like, I don't know, coldest place in the entire universe.
So, what was the hardest part of your job?
Talking. English is hard.
So, what is the most fun part of your job?
Talking. English is fun.
Now that you have learned about all the jobs, I encourage you to join the video production class next year.
Thank you so much, Tyler, for that story. You know, it's great that you guys get to know more about what we do here on the school news. Now, Mr. J and Mr. Siemens are going to give you a little update about the pool.
All right, we got some special requests to take a peek behind these doors today to let everybody know what's going on. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to get in here. There's going to be some prizes, not only for everybody in the community, but even for Mr. Janikowski once we get this started. So, that being said, I got to put the code in. Just bear with me for a second. All right, we're ready? Here we go. Check out the progress that's being taken here. Let's get Mr. J on this side of this thing a little bit. How about that, huh?
All right, I don't know why I'm on here, but hey, so right in here, and maybe you want to pan over to this side over here to my my right, your left. What you're going to be seeing here in this area is going to be the classroom area. We're going to be able to use that for a few different activities and things like that for the community. And then on the opposite side is what's going to be the locker rooms. We're going to be able to use that for both sides, men and women. And then roughly where I'm standing is going to be a handicapped area that you're going to see. Now behind me, this archway that you're going to see is going to be that welcome area where you check out, get all your stuff, and then head on into the pool. Which, speaking of that, why don't we take a minute and switch back with Mr. Siemens. He's going to walk us in here. He's going to show us the rest of the pool.
Let's come in here. We got Mr. Arndorfer on his machine here, moving some equipment around. Let's see if we can maybe get him shut down here a little bit, and he can kind of give us a verbal tour of what's all the work that's been done where the old pool was at. Come on along. Let's see if we can't get him here. All right, here we are with Mr. Arndorfer. He's been in here working with these guys, getting things rocking and rolling. I'm going to let him explain some of the work they've been doing here because he's been in here doing it and knows it more than anybody else. So, Mr. Arndorfer.
So if you can see in the background, the pool has been removed, all the walls, and it was quite a chore being that the deck was only 74 inches and our equipment was 84, so we had to get smaller equipment in. Removed the deck, removed the sidewalls, and then everything was 10 feet above you. So we had to break everything down, throw it in the pool, drive on the pool to take the walls out. Then we had to take all the debris we'd put in the bottom of the pool, come back in, take the floor out and the slopes, and that's to the point we're at now. And the plumbers and tool people are coming back down. They're going to work on half the pool while we take the other half out. So that's where we're at to date.
Awesome. Let's take it back to
All right, good work, Mr. A. That's kind of our update where we're at right now. We'll try to keep everything coming as progress is made. But wanted everybody to kind of take a peek and be able to see how we're coming on our new pool. So talk to you later. All right, we got some special.
Thank you, Mr. Siemens and Mr. J. Felt very vlogish, but thank you for giving us that update. Now, Anna, how well did we do in the sports section?
Well, our
last week?
Nighthawks did not have a super great week. Our boys ended their season, but that's okay. They still put in all the effort that they could. So let's take a look at some of those scores. So the only game we had last week was boys basketball game. It was the regional play-in game, and our boys lost to the Beach Buccaneers 44-70. Let's take a look at some highlights from that game. Boys had a very good first half. They were only down by, I believe, less than 10 at halftime. but then the game kind of got a little bit away from them, but they still played their hearts out, and that's what matters, especially on the last game of the season. Ryder Sanford here going to get a block on a Beach player trying to shoot a 3. Hayden Erickson, Beach player, trying to get to the hoop with a fancy move, but Hayden Erickson is going to block it, and the Nighthawks are going to get a steal. Bennett Jorgensen here is going to intercept a pass that got kicked off a foot. Maddox Pierce here off the rebound, going to get a block from behind. The Nighthawks will take the ball, bring it up the court. Beach is going to try to kick it ahead for a fast break, but Maddox Pierce is going to stop him and kick it ahead to Joey Perkins. Joey Perkins here is going to get a little bit of a loose ball. Beach player kind of fumbled his dribble. Joey Perkins is going to steal it. Here we have another Beach player trying to get a layup, but Hayden Erickson is going to block it while picking up the foul. Blake Larson here, normally a post, is going to pull up for a 3 with a beautiful shot. Beach is going to bring it down the court, and Brady Clapper is going to intercept that bounce pass, take down for his own little layup. There are no sports this week as baseball and track practices are just getting started within the next couple of days. So we won't have sports this week for a couple of weeks, but once they get started, we'll make sure we keep you all updated.
Thank you, Anna. Now, let's go to Joey Harold, whom is outside to guide us on our weather journey. How is the weather out there, Joey?
Oh, I don't know what Robert said, but I bet he probably said something like, subscribe to the Stream Team channel to catch the HPS Upload. So either way, weather outside, it's pretty cold and breezy. I've felt warmer days. And let's go to the weather. Okay, so for Monday, it is mostly cloudy and windy with a high of 35, low of 19. Tuesday is cloudy and windy with a high of 22, a low of 4. Wednesday will be overcast, cold, and breezy with a high of 12, a low of 4. Thursday will be partly cloudy with a cold low of -2, high of 20. Friday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 19, low of 9. Saturday, things get into the 40s, but it is breezy with a high of 40 and a low of 20. And Sunday will be warm, but it'll be very cloudy with a 25% chance of rain or snow and a low of 17. And that is the weather. Hope all that is good.
Thank you, Joey. Unfortunate that you couldn't hear the weather, but thanks for that weather report. We'd also like to thank Mr. J, our temporary producer, for helping us make today's broadcast possible. And that's our news broadcast. Thank you for tuning into the HPS Upload, where we upload the latest news for you to download. To stay up to date on our weekly school news, local sporting events, and community streams, be sure to asphyxiate that like button and nullify the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. And be sure to wax and/or polish the bell to never miss a stream. We will see you next week, Monday at 9. And English is hard.